Hello! Well, today I'm gonna talk about something that sadly I do have a lots of experience about. I'm a road biker. Yes, I do have other bikes. I love my Brompton, but I have a road bike, a mountain bike, a cruise bike. I love bicycles. And being a road biker, we have a lots and lots of flat tire. Yes, because the tire is very thin and usually it's very light, so everything punches. Last week I posted a video about putting a new rim tape. That's one type of puncture, and Nose in It thanked me because he was trying to explain this kind of flat tire to a friend, and this video explained it, and I realized that there are four types, basically four types of flat tire, and before you fix it you have to see which type is it, because each puncture demands a different fixing. Let me show you. There are four types. The first one is the one that I showed you last week, which is when the rim tape is dry, so it does not protect the tube from the spokes anymore, or the spoke hole. Okay, so here's the tube. It goes in the wheel. That's a valve. And here's my puncture. So this tube is from the last video. It was right here that the spoke punctured my tube. So if you see a puncture inside of the tube, that's why it's so important for you when you take the tube out to see which side is it and where it is, because it makes much easier to discover what kind of puncture do you have. It's very important to know what kind of puncture do you have to see how we're gonna fix it. In this case, you need to replace the rim tape. But if you're outside in the road, you won't have a rim tape. And one way to fix it when you're in the road, because you won't have a rim tape with you, I always carry some silver tape or around this oil vessel. So I always put some silver tape around it, or sometimes people put around the pump, so it's a way to have a silver tape. Is useful for so many things, so you always have to carry it with you. You can use like I don't know, anything that's flexible but hard enough to protect your tube. The best thing is to put new rim tapes, but sometimes you're in the road, you can't do it. Okay, let's go for the second one. The second one and most common one is the one that comes like some glass or nail or any metallic things that go inside and make a hole and pinch the tube. In this case, if you find that you have a hole outside, when you take your tire out, you must, that's a must. When you discover where it is, pass your finger, all around it to see if you feel anything that pinch your finger. Then you get this here and pull it out, And I always have one of those in my tool kit. Yeah, I know, very simple, but it helps a lot, especially if you live in a place that has thorns. Yes, that's the third one. That's an interesting one because sometimes they're very small, and sometimes they get on the side of the tire. In some days, it's better not to take it out. It's better to wait until you get home and take it out. Because they're very thin. they make a very, very small hole, and the air go out very slowly. So if you take it out, the air will go out, you know, right on it. And if you don't, you just pump it up and, you know, stop from time to time to pump it up, and you can make it home. So that's the third one, and we have it a lot in the winter time. Yes, in the winter time we have a lot. Let me show you how it is. Here's the tube. That's for my touring bike. Yes, I do have a touring bike. I love bicycles. And as you can see, it's in the side. See, it's not on top. It's right on the side. And that was a little Thorn that I was home. And I said, oh, I gotta take it out. Oh, I was leaving. I had to change the tire. When you have like a Thorn on top, or you have glass or anything that makes a hole, you should take it out, because as you go around, it presses more, you know. So maybe it didn't go in yet, it didn't make a hole yet, but if you leave it, it will make a hole. That's one of the reasons that we have more flat tires when the floor is wet. You know why? Because the breeze stays more on the wheel. Funny, isn't it? That's cool. I like to learn those things. So for the third one, if it's in the side, don't take it out. Oh, don't take it out. If it's not, if you don't have a flat tire yet, you know, you just have how do you say, smoothie tire? I don't know. If you have, the tire is not, pump it up, but you're not flat yet, and you're not so far from home, don't take it out. Leave it there. And for the fourth one, I don't have this one. I'm really sorry, because I always pump up my tires. I always put it in the right pressure. It's very rare if I go out in the wrong pressure, but it does happen, you know, but very rare. This one, I'm gonna show you this video. Check it out. You see how it goes when we go up in a sidewalk? It's amazing, isn't it? Yes. And what happens is, if you have a low PSI, you know, under the requirement, you know, if you're curious, for Brompton is 65 to 110. The Marathon's 110, the Brompton tires is 100. So, but it's 65. So if you have the pressure below 65, there's a big chance that, sorry, I don't have one here to show you, but you get pinch. So if you have a hole in your tube that looks like a bite, you know, it looks like a little bite, that means that you're using the pressure lower than it should be. And in this case, you bump into a curb or something that pinch it. It's a little bite. And because it's cut like this, it's about this size, it's very hard to fix it, because those things, I do fix them. I do hold to them, you know, just in case. Okay, I know, I get very happy when they arrive. And it's funny, if you live in like New York or London or, I don't know, Munich, a place that you have a Brompton dealer near you, but I don't. The nearest Brompton dealer is 400 kilometers from here, so it's pretty far away. So I always have backups, and I do have those new ones, and I do have two in my Brompton. I always carry 2 tubes with me every day, and when I travel I carry 4. And you can say, oh, you can fix them. Yes, I like to fix them at home because there's one thing. Usually I prefer using this kind, just the one that I'm using now. I like the ones that use the glue, because you put the glue in the tube and you put the glue in the sticker. Yeah, I know it's a sticker, but so when it's dry, both glues are dry, then you put them together. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's how it works, you know? And it's funny because you remind me, I know, nothing to it, but I want to say it. It reminded me when I was 18 and used to mount the photographs. We used to do like this. We put the glue in the photograph, we put the glue in rubber cement, we put the glue on the frame and wait it until it dries, then you put it together and it stays. So I hope you did like it, just to help you understand all the different types of flat tires. They're not the same. For each flat tire you need a different procedure, but for all of them you need to know where the hole is. Inside, rim tape. On the side could be the pinch, or like could be the torn, or you know, little things that can go on the side. It's rare, very rare, but it happens. And on top, that's the most common. Actually, if you have a regular tire, not, you know, like now I have Marathon and Marathon Plus, they have a big protection. This one is just basic, but believe me, I used this for over 2 years with no flat tires. That's the original Brompton, but then it started to flat tire, flat tire, flat tire. I said, no, time to move on. It does happen. Oh, I hope you did like it. If you have any questions, please do. I love when I have requests or questions about things that I can't answer. But sometimes I can't. And this week we're supposed to be about torque, but I thought that this one will fit better because right after the rim tape, okay? So next week, if everything goes fine, will be about torque. That's a request I received a couple weeks ago. Well, hope you like it. And wait. Please subscribe. You know, yeah, I have to say it. It's nice. And, wait. There's a new thing that YouTube just put in. Is the special thanks. That means is if this tip did help you somehow and you like to support the channel, you make a comment with the special thanks and you support the channel. That's cool, isn't it? I like it. Oh, see ya. Bye-bye.